Garages, for your car, or extra storage space for all that junk you've collected and that you just can't let go of. So let me ask you, do you know what size garage you need? And to help answer that question, I have Chris McDonald from Garages on the phone with us today. Chris, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Ken. How are you doing?
Good, awesome. Glad you could be here with us. So Chris, I have some questions that I come through every day and I thought you could help answer.
Sure.
Okay, so let's go ahead and just get started. What kind of garages do you carry?
Well, that's a good question. We have all different sizes and all different kinds. It's really up to the customer. We do everything starting from a little 12 by 12 to something bigger, as big as a triple wide that's enclosed on all sides. Basically, the way we define a garage is anything that has four walls and some roll-up doors, and that's where you park your vehicles, your ATVs, your RVs, your utility trailers, anything of that sort. There's three different roof types. You've got your regular style, which has a more rounded look to it. The eave actually kind of rolls over the top of the leg about 6 or 8 inches. Then we have the box eave, which is a style where it's looks more like a house. It's got an overhang on it about 6 inches on each side. And then you have our vertical roof, which is the exact same profile as the box eave, but the difference is that the panels run from the peak to the eave, so they're running vertically. And that's one of my favorites, and I'll tell you why, is because it allows all that water and debris to roll off so it doesn't hang up there on the ribs. And the other thing that I like about it is that it has additional strength to it because it's got 4 hip channels, primarily to allow somebody to be able to screw those panels into gives it something to hold on to, but it also strengthens the structure.
So what sizes do you carry?
We start out with like a 12 by 21. Of course, it can be smaller than that. That's just where the beginning price is. And then it works up from there. You go to a triple wide carport garage, or even bigger than that. Just really, it's all up to the customer.
How long have you been providing garages for the area?
We've been around since 2003.
Okay, so you've done this for quite a long time. Obviously you know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been an educational journey, and the one thing that I pride myself on and our people on is that we do educate ourselves so that we're able to educate the customer.
Okay, fantastic. And what kind of things over the years have you seen, garages being used for?
Just about everything. Of course, as a garage for your car. I've had somebody just the other day who has a limo service who he parks all of his limos in there. He got one that was 36 feet wide and it was over 60 feet long, and he uses it to park all of his limousines in it. You can park just about anything, as I mentioned earlier: ATVs, utility vehicles. Guys have used them as a place to work on their vehicles, as a workshop for their hobbies, just about anything.
Okay, almost like a man cave.
Exactly.
Okay, so if that's the case, do you actually need to have roll-up doors, or could it be just almost like a shop?
Absolutely not. You can create just a workshop with if you want a couple of windows and a walk-in door. We call them a walk-in door or a personnel door. They're 36 inches wide by 80 inches high, and then our windows are 30 by 30, and you just place them wherever you want. You don't even have to make that decision until they get out there to install.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's fantastic. So let me ask you, if somebody's ready to get started, what do they need to do?
First thing you need to do is pick up the phone and give us a call, and we can walk them through the process. There's going to be questions that are asked on our end and questions on their end, and as soon as we figure out exactly what the customer wants and needs, we fill out some paperwork and get a deposit, and we're good to go.
Okay, so there's a deposit. What are we looking at as far as the deposit?
The deposit is usually 10% down. If it's over $2,500 on the entire building, then it's going to be 12%. But it's a minimal cost at the beginning, and then it takes about anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks to get the building in, depending on several circumstances. But once it gets delivered, it's set up that day, and then they just pay the installers the difference after they're satisfied that it's been done right.
Oh, okay. So what I heard you say is anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks from when they place the order,
Hmm.
they'll have it installed. Basically, is what you're saying?
Oh yeah, that day.
Okay, and then at that point is they pay the balance. So they
Right.
don't. Okay, well, fantastic. That sounds great. All right, well, that's all I have today. I appreciate your time. I think that's helped a lot of people. Questions that come in that I see all the time. I appreciate your time, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you again soon.
Thanks a lot, Ken. Good to talk to you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.